Right now at 5, cases of domestic violence-related homicides are on the rise here in Wisconsin.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Amy DuPont. Ken is off today. According to the most recent statistics from 2021, Wisconsin reported 80 domestic violence-related deaths, a nearly 18% increase from the year before. For the families of victims, you cannot measure the pain and grief they feel. News 8 Now's Rob Romano spoke to a Monroe County mom who wants justice for her daughter.
Good evening, Amy. On May 10th, Sparta police discovered a body in a Jefferson Avenue apartment. They later identified the victim as 32-year-old Sarah Latimer. Her boyfriend, 32-year-old Sean Hawk, according to authorities, beat her to death. Hawk remains behind bars and was recently assigned a public defender. Overall, Latimer's mother says that police departments in general need to do more to intervene in domestic violence cases before someone is killed or seriously injured.
They walk on eggshells. They're in this situation. It's like if they step over here, they could be in trouble, but they really need to help this person, so they need to step over there on those shells, but they're not. And that's, I think, what happened with Sarah. I think, you know, according to him, she didn't want help. He said, "Oh, she's fine," and walked away. So we need more. We need more help.
Latimer's mother alleges that the Sparta Police Department did not do enough to protect her daughter from Hawk, who had previously been convicted of domestic abuse. 32-year-old Latimer suffered a stroke in 2010 and had been dealing with a variety of severe mental health issues. Latimer's mother also claims that the Monroe County District Attorney's Office has not maintained close communication with her. However, Monroe County DA Kevin Croninger says he most recently spoke to Latimer for over an hour. He adds that the office has contacted Latimer by mail, email, and by phone to keep her updated on a regular basis. Amy, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Rob. According to that 2021 report, 84.5% of the perpetrators were male. 67% of the homicides were listed as firearms with a weapon, and more than a third of the perpetrators who used a gun were not legally allowed to own a firearm in Wisconsin. Well, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The Reach Center hosted a Dare to Self-Care event today to help community members de-stress. And that event included self-care stations, therapy dogs, and shopping for women, LGBTQ vendors, and vendors of color. Organizers say self-care and mental health are an important part of Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Our mental health is so incredibly important to us, whether we are victims and survivors of abuse or not, but even more so when you're experiencing trauma in your life, whether it was in the past or currently. So just taking a few moments for yourself.
Mayor Mitch Reynolds officially proclaimed October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Nice day out there, very, very fall-like. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl, who's tracking temperatures.
Yeah, really a pleasant start to the new work week with high temperatures in the 60s to lower 70s. We were right at 70 degrees here in La Crosse, same with Winona, 68 in Eau Claire, 71 in Sparta, and 72 in Black River Falls, 71 today in Prairie du Chien. We've got some high clouds scattered about, but that sun is able to filter through, and that's going to be the trend through the evening hours until it sets at 6:42. Any rainfall, though, as well to our west, mainly over the Dakotas and far western Minnesota. Currently 69 in La Crosse, 67 in Eau Claire, 69 in Black River Falls, 70 in Winona and Sparta, and still 70 in Decorah as well. So partly cloudy tonight, not overly cool. Lows in La Crosse right around 50 degrees. They'll range from about mid-40s to lower 50s across the region with fairly light winds. Couple more mild days in store, but boy, big changes in store in that temperature department later this week. I'll have all the details in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Bill. A judge reduced the bond of a La Crosse teenager charged with attempted homicide by more than half. Jackson Greengrass had been held on $75,000 for a deadly confrontation. Back in May, Greengrass and 15-year-old Storm Vondrashek went to the home of Sage Hickey. Hickey shot and killed Vondrashek. He was later charged with homicide and released on $10,000 bond. Greengrass's attorney asked the judge to lower his bond to $10,000. Storm's mom also asked the judge to lower Greengrass's bond so he could be released like the suspect charged with killing her son.
If Sage is able to be out, the person who actually shot and killed my son, then I think it's more than reasonable to ask the Jets and have that same opportunity.
Prosecutors argued against lowering Greengrass's bond because he hid from police for weeks. Now, the judge did rule in favor of reducing that bond from $75,000 to $20,000. La Crosse's racial equity team wants your help. It launched a survey to better understand how people use city services. The survey also asked people if they think the city is being inclusive and how comfortable people feel using services like police and fire, libraries, and voting facilities. The city says the racial equity teams will use the findings to create an equity action plan. Now, paper copies of that survey are available at City Hall. We're going to post a link to the online survey at news8000.com. A Ho-Chunk artist will be remembered for generations to come. UW-La Crosse officially dedicated its Center for the Arts to Ho-Chunk sculptor Truman Lowe. The late artist got his start at UWL and went on to become an internationally acclaimed for his art and his career as a professor at the UW-Madison. The UWL campus occupies Ho-Chunk land, and Lowe's daughter says the dedication will be powerful for Native students.
Representation matters, and so if you're a Native student coming onto campus and you see that the Center of the Arts is named after a Ho-Chunk artist and educator, I think it says the university is basically saying, we see you and we believe in you.
Lowe says La Crosse had a special place in her dad's heart, and he will be the first person of color with a UWL building named in his honor. A Monroe County business is expanding. Today marked the grand opening of Cardinal Glass Industries' expanded building. The Sparta business is not only bigger, that facility includes new technology. Cardinal makes insulated glass for windows, and this kind of work can lead to on-the-job injuries. However, the new machines will lead to less lifting, pushing, and pulling, which will decrease safety hazards.
They are the people in the background that are really doing all of the work to get the facility up, to get equipment installed, and to get the equipment running the way we need it, right? To make our process the most efficient as possible. And the people of Tomah IG are the ones that are really making the difference.
That expanding facility took about a year and a half to complete. Well, heads up for cheese lovers who shop at Hy-Vee. The grocery store chain is recalling 8 of its products, including brie, cheese boards, and baskets, because those products may be contaminated with listeria. As of today, no illnesses have been reported to Hy-Vee. Gunderson Health System is offering the new COVID vaccine booster. The Pfizer bivalent vaccine is available for patients 12 and older who received a booster at least 2 months ago. That Moderna version of that booster will soon be made available for anyone 18 and older. And those interested in getting this shot can schedule an appointment at the Gunderson Vaccine Clinic. Well, get ready to get warm. The YWCA of La Crosse is accepting clothing donations through November 1st. New or gently used coats, hats, and mittens are all going to be accepted at a number of locations in La Crosse, including the People's Food Co-op and Larson's General. Go to news8000.com for a detailed list. Still to come, America's first black female justice takes her place on the High Court. Ketanji Brown Jackson and the other justices are set to hear arguments in a number of cases involving hot-button issues.
We're paying more for food, gas, and rent. But Tony Evers wants to take even more of our money. He tried to raise the gas tax by 20% and double the tax on our heating bills. Evers wanted to use our tax dollars to pay people who refuse to work. And he wanted to give taxpayer-funded benefits to those who entered our country illegally. Evers even opposed drug testing for those getting welfare. We just can't afford 4 more years of Tony Evers.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's fall jean sale is going on now. We offer genuine value on quality jeans and work pants every day. But right now, get even greater denim deals on the brands you love. Like men's Rustler jeans, $14.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. Men's Wrangler 5-star jeans, $21.99. Rewards members pay just $20.99. Men's Dickies Flex Tough Max pants, only $44.99. And women's Levi's Signature jeans, $22.99.
September 15th kicks off a month of National Hispanic Heritage Awareness, and Pilgrims in Arcadia and News 8 want to recognize the impact Hispanics have in our area. Pilgrims in Arcadia continues to champion growth and diversity in our surrounding communities. As a Pilgrims team member, you will be welcomed, provided training, and given advancement and educational opportunities. Tune in to learn more about the month of Hispanic Heritage Awareness, brought to you locally by Pilgrims and News 8.
Derek Van Orden, former U.S. Navy SEAL,
Over 20 years of active duty, defending America in hostile territory. 5 combat tours, hundreds of missions, sea, air, and land. Now, he's on the most important no-fail mission of his life.
Saving America for my grandchildren and yours.
Grandpa, we're just going to the park.
Yes, we are. You guys ready? Yeah! Derek Van Orden and I approve this mission and this message.
Have you ever experienced this view? Hi, Andrew Larson here. With Gutter Shutter, you'll never have to experience it again. Please give up this dangerous chore and protect your home's foundation with Gutter Shutter, the strongest, most durable, maintenance-free gutter on the market. Over the past 15 years, my team has installed thousands of maintenance-free gutter systems across South Central Wisconsin. We'd love to come out and show you what Gutter Shutter can do for you and your home, but most importantly, keep you safe and off that ladder. So call today for a free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
The U.S. Supreme Court's new term is now underway. Along with the justices, Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first female black justice. Jackson is now one of 3 liberals on the High Court, but most expect the conservative majority will continue to push the court to the right.
She's going to be writing a lot of dissents for a long time. There's no question about that. There's a 3-person liberal minority on this court. She's one of the 3 liberals.
During the court's term, justices will hear cases involving hot-button issues like revisiting affirmative action in college admissions and religious freedom for businesses. Prosecutors are laying out their case in one of the highest-profile trials in connection to the January 6th assault on the Capitol. The U.S. government is asking the jury to convict 5 members of the far-right group Oath Keepers on charges of seditious conspiracy. As Deborah Elfram reports, all 5 have pled not guilty.
Opening arguments began in a Washington, D.C. federal court in the trial of Elmer Stewart Rhodes, the founder of the far-right group Oath Keepers, and 4 of his associates. They're charged with seditious conspiracy, the most serious to date in connection to the January 6th storming of the U.S. Capitol. It carries a possible 20-year prison sentence. In court, prosecutors told the jury that the defendants, quote, concocted a plan for an armed rebellion to shatter a bedrock of American democracy.
The seditious conspiracy charge here really shows you tried to wage war on the most precious thing to us, the peaceful transfer of power.
Defense attorneys told the jury Monday that the defendants did nothing illegal and that the government's case against them was completely wrong.
The defense also plans to argue that Rhodes of Granbury, Texas, was not at the Capitol on January 6th and that he and his subordinates were only preparing to act on former President Trump's behalf, waiting for him to invoke the Insurrection Act.
We know that the former president didn't invoke the Insurrection Act, and even if he did, it would not have allowed them to take these actions.
So far, more than 900 people have been charged in connection to the riots on that precarious day. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The U.S. government's last successful seditious conspiracy trial, which resulted in a conviction, was almost 30 years ago. Well, up next, don't get scammed. Some advice from the Better Business Bureau to people who want to help the victims of Hurricane Ian.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. A couple more mild days in store, but then much cooler temperatures by later this week. All the details of my 8-day forecast after the break.
A water furnace geothermal system can provide extra comfort and safety for your home. With in-floor heating, there is no need for rugs to keep your feet warm. No rugs, no tripping hazard. Call Flox Heating and Air Conditioning today for your free estimate.
Minwax has a challenge for you. Open a yellow can and keep on finishing. Keep on finishing this and this. Oh, and in here. That looks good. With Minwax, you can keep on finishing this and these.
What do you think?
Love it. And I love this too. And now at Menards, get 11% off all Minwax stains so you can create the custom looks you need to keep on finishing. Get it at Menards.
Violent crime up across Wisconsin. Families nervous about their safety.
Yet Mandela Barnes called for releasing half of Wisconsin's jailed inmates. That would mean releasing over 10,000 criminals right into our neighborhoods. 10,000 reasons your family would be in more danger. Barnes also supported defunding the police. 10,000 more criminals with fewer police to protect us. What could go wrong? Wisconsin Truth Bank is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I went from doing heroin and cocaine on a daily basis to selling things, stealing things, even selling to my friends, and then cutting it down just to keep my addiction going. Knowing that there's Narcan out there that could help you not die and have that chance at tomorrow, I'd hope everyone does their due diligence in learning ways they can get it.
I'm gonna get you! Stop chasing your sister!
Making things better is kind of your thing.
Fire it up. There you go, kid.
But when Medicare has you stumped, it's hard to know how to make it better.
Maybe I can help.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need from a Medicare plan. Everything you expect from a good neighbor.
A water furnace geothermal system can provide extra warmth to your home. Tired of a cold bathroom? This shower has heated floors, walls, and a heated bench. Stay warm. Call Flox Heating and Air Conditioning for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
Hurricane Ian left Florida families without food, water, and shelter. There are ways to help, but local nonprofits are warning people before they give to do their research. News 8 Now's Duas Rar spoke with one nonprofit that says scams are on the rise.
Amy, the Better Business Bureau says watch out for donation links to fake websites. According to the Better Business Bureau Director of Investigations, Lisa Schiller, scammers target people who want to help with disaster relief. Links to newly established charity websites, gift card donations, or even a phone call are all signs of a potential scam. Schiller says one of the best ways to make sure a charity is legitimate is by checking if they are providing in-person disaster relief.
So you want to basically support charities that have an on-the-ground presence.
While some charities may look for food and clothing donations, Schiller says shipping physical items is not always the most effective form of relief. Regardless of how you choose to donate, Schiller says always do your own research first. And one of the easiest ways to check if a charity is real is by going on give.org. You can type in the name of any charity and it will let you know if that charity is approved by the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah, all right, thank you, Dio. Good advice. We're going to post that link on news8000.com. Very fall-like out there this morning, but Bill, I was a little bit overdressed because, gosh, when that sun comes out in the afternoon, it warms up quickly.
It's that time of year where you kind of have to do the layering thing, like either put them on as the day progresses or take them off, depending on the weather pattern. And today, a perfect example of the chilly morning and then warmer temperatures in the afternoon. Boy, speaking of Ian, these are actually remnants of what was once Hurricane Ian, still bringing some pretty good rainfall along portions of the East Coast from Boston down through New York and our nation's capital as well. So we just can't fully get rid of that circulation that was once Hurricane Ian several days ago. Now, closer to home, high pressure has us dry. I'm tracking a cold front, though, and an area of low pressure behind it. The combination of those two things bringing a chance for some scattered showers on Wednesday, small chance on Thursday as well. But more importantly and much more noticeable will be some much cooler air as we head into later this week by Thursday and Friday. Now, we wrapped up the month of September over the weekend, and here's how it related to average in terms of the high temperature, 12 days below average, 2 right on average, and 16 days, including the last day, last Friday, with that high of 70 degrees above average. So here's how the month played out. It was drier than average and slightly warmer than average. Average temperature 65.2, so 0.4 degrees above average, tied for the 26th warmest September on record in La Crosse. Hottest temperature, remember that, 89 degrees on Tuesday the 20th. Coldest temperature just above freezing on the 28th. Look at the rainfall, 1.66 inches. That is almost 2 inches short of average. And look at the information there. 23 of the last 30 Septembers have been drier than average, and 8 of the 9 months this year have been drier than average as well. So we could use some moisture across the region for sure. None today. 70 was the high, 51 the low. Averages are 68 and 47. And again, no rainfall. And we are a third of an inch below average for the month of October. And hopefully we'll start to add to that total over the next several days. 69 degrees out at the airport and downtown at the station. Mississippi River holding steady, 4.94 feet. I had 67 degrees for you folks up in Eau Claire. So temperatures, again, very, very nice. 70s, even some 80s over the Central Plains, upper 60s to low 70s locally. We're still at 69 in La Crosse, 68 in Black River Falls, 70 in Winona, Sparta, and Preston. Winds generally from the south and southeast at about 5 to 10. Just some high clouds at times overnight tonight, but it will be dry. Dry tomorrow as well. Kind of a mix of clouds and sun. I think even if we see some clouds, we'll see filtered sunshine. And then eventually that counterclockwise circulation, that's that area of low pressure, starts to bring some scattered showers as we head into the day on Wednesday, especially Wednesday afternoon. So for tonight, partly cloudy, not overly cool. Lows in La Crosse around 50 degrees, some mid to upper 40s in surrounding spots. 73 tomorrow, mix of clouds and sun and still mild. One more mild day Wednesday, that chance of showers, but 71. But look what happens to those highs, dropping into the 50s. Breezy conditions on Thursday, a high of only 52 on Friday. And look at those overnight lows, 34 Thursday night into Friday morning, 30 Friday night into Saturday morning. So areas of frost and freezing temperatures that concern both of those nights. And then we do warm back into the 60s for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Yeah, those football parents are going to be bundled up very, very quickly here. It's that time of year.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be chilly later this week, so get ready for that.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
Okay.
Up next, the fest may be over, but the celebration of the people who make La Crosse Oktoberfest great still going strong. We're going to take you to the Ladies' Day Luncheon right after this break.
Tuesday on News 8 Now this morning, it's a pledge to increase the number of female troopers from 10% to 30% by the year 2030. Minnesota troopers start a pledge program to show us how State Patrol recruiters are using new methods to get women to join the ranks. And following the death of an Iranian woman in police custody, women around the globe are protesting in solidarity. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great night. More News 8 Now is coming up after the break.
Fall Home Show going on now at the Bourne Store. Visit today and see what's new and get your $250 discount coupon. Register for prizes and visit with designers. Hope to see you soon.
Is your gravel or dirt driveway migrating into your yard? Then it's time to call North Central Paving. Specializing in paving, seal coating, repairs, crack filling, and new installations, North Central Paving can handle all your asphalt needs. Call 608-781-4423 today to get your free estimate.
Long before women could vote, Wisconsin politicians wrote a law that banned abortion and jailed doctors who performed them.
The 1849 law is an exact mirror of my position.
Tim Michaels would ban abortion, even in cases of rape or incest, and send doctors to jail for performing them. It's not 1849 anymore, and while we might not have been able to vote back then, we sure can now.
Stop losing money through your old windows.
At Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, we don't only have the style of window you want, we have the type of window you need.
Look at the difference between our windows and our competitors. Our triple pane windows with foam help reduce energy costs, outside noise, and improves condensation resistance. Keep your hard-earned money. Call Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions today.
For a limited time, receive 24 months interest-free financing.
Is your gravel or dirt driveway migrating into your yard? Then it's time to call North Central Paving. Specializing in paving, seal coating, repairs, crack filling, and new installations, North Central Paving can handle all your asphalt needs. Call 608-781-4423 today to get your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now, our community, your station.
If you have a companion at home, a furry one, you know that they're a part of your family, and of course we want them to be around for as many years as possible. October is National Pet Wellness Month to promote the importance of pet health and wellness all year long. Dogs and cats age 5 to 7 times faster than people, and that means an annual visit to their vet is like us seeing our doctor every 5 to 7 years. It's important for dogs and cats to get those wellness exams at least once a year. So let this serve as a reminder to make sure your pet is up to date on all their checkups and vaccinations. We actually did that today. Well, they came out in dirndls, dresses, and their Oktoberfest sashes. The Mrs. Oktoberfest Ladies Luncheon brought in a huge crowd of past Mrs. O winners, their families, and some past Festmasters too. Coming together to honor the past winners of Oktoberfest and their accomplishments is a huge deal. And a former Miss La Crosse Oktoberfest was the keynote speaker, and she talked about how deeply Oktoberfest influenced her life and how much she loves coming back home.
A bit like a wedding or a homecoming. I mean, we see people that we don't see at other times of the year, and it just feels so good to be home. Fest is truly family.
Misty also says that no matter how busy her schedule is, she always makes time for Oktoberfest. We'll have a preview of what's coming up at 6 after this break, and Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl is back with a look at tonight's cooler temperatures.
People that have come to me for financial coaching have told me that they've learned more from me in 10 minutes than they did with their other guy in 10 years. Or they'll tell me, I've never looked at things from that angle before. If you want to learn more about financial management and your future, come see me. I'll do it for free, no invoice. Give the money man a call at Firefighters Credit Union. Let's make things happen.
We asked our customers what they love about Blaine's Farm and Fleet's auto service.
I get all of my maintenance done here. I just had tires and brake job done last year. I'm getting an oil change today. I trust them with my car.
I had a battery put in here. They did a great job.
With Fleet in our name, you know we're auto experts. Schedule an appointment in store or online and experience what others have since 1955. Tires and batteries, trust and care.
Classic Antique and Collector Car Auction, Winona, Minnesota, October 7th and 8th. Everyone welcome is a buyer, seller, or spectator. Midwest's largest collector car auction. Consign now and turn your classic into cash. Find out more at RemlingerAuctions.com or call 507-450-3173 today. RemlingerAuctions.com.
September 15th kicks off a month of National Hispanic Heritage Awareness, and Pilgrims in Arcadia and News 8 want to recognize the impact Hispanics have in our area. Pilgrims in Arcadia continues to champion growth and diversity in our surrounding communities. As a Pilgrims team member, you will be welcomed, provided training, and given advancement and educational opportunities. Tune in to learn more about the month of Hispanic Heritage Awareness, brought to you locally by Pilgrims and News 8.
It's dangerous up here, and it's no fun shopping around for a reputable contractor.
I've built my company on the promise to treat our customers like we would our own family. That means an honest, no-pressure sales experience, expert craftsmanship, and a lifetime guarantee of our work.
Over the past 15 years, my team has installed thousands of maintenance-free gutter systems in the Rochester and La Crosse area, and we'd love to show you what Gutter Shutter can do for you and your home, but most importantly, keep you safe and off that ladder. So call today for a free estimate.
Well, coming up on News 8 now at 6, the La Crosse MTU is going mobile. And by that we mean they're already on the road, but now you can get your bus pass on your phone. You can bring up a QR code, going to get you on that bus and moving to your destination a lot faster. We're going to tell you how it works coming up tonight at 6.
It's a great evening for outdoor plans. We've got just some high clouds scattered about, but beautiful weather, beautiful temperatures as well. In fact, we're still at 69 degrees in La Crosse, 70 still in Winona and Sparta, 65 in Viroqua, 67 for you folks in Eau Claire. Partly cloudy, those high and mid-level clouds at times overnight. Not overly cool, lows in the 40s to around 50 degrees. A couple more mild days tomorrow and Wednesday, but then a strong cold front comes through, knocks us into the 50s for highs later this week, with overnight lows dropping into the 20s and 30s.
Going to be a big wake up. Thanks, Bill. And thank you for joining us, everyone. We'll see you back here tonight at 6.